You know it. You love it. Split hogs, split skeletons, and get ready to earthquake something. Okay, logs on that side. Come on. Evo Skelly on the tower. Come on. Beautiful. Okay. We're going to pull everything in. Delivery of our own to counter their delivery. And this is looking like a GG. What's up, everybody? Durkee here with a brand new deck that I've cooked up for all of y'all. I've been watching some top players, and I've seen a handful of them using this deck or some variation of this deck. It has a really fast cycle. It has the Evo Skeletons, which we love, and it has the Archer Queen, which recently got a buff. So this deck is super powerful. It has tons of outplay potential, even if your cards are a little under-leveled. I would definitely recommend giving this deck a try. So I'm going to hop into some games, and I'm going to show you just how powerful this deck is. Before I do that, if you could drop a like or a subscription or a comment on the video, it's completely free for you and it helps me a ton. I thank you again, and let's get into some games. All right, hopping into the game here, and one of the best starting plays that I like is cycling an Ice Spirit, or you can cycle your Skeletons, and it's a really good starting play. You can also cycle your Hogs or your Log. You have a lot of like reasonable starting plays with this deck. Looks like we might be up against 2.6, which will be an interesting matchup. We have a pretty quick cycle, but they are able to outcycle our cannon a lot of the time. Looks like it's okay. 2.6 with Little Prince instead of Musketeer, most likely. So they're also going to have an extremely fast cycle. So let's see if he pops his ability. Okay. Get all of that off the board there. He goes for the Fireball. We take no damage. That was a pretty good set of interactions. He's going to Ice Golem probably. Yep. But that's fine. We got some nice chip. We know the rest of his deck as well. It is, in fact, Hog 2.6. Log, so I don't take any Ice Spirit damage. He does not have Fireball in hand, I don't believe, or maybe he cycled to it. But it's hard for him because if he cycles the Fireball, his only defensive option is the cannon, and we have Earthquake for it. So tricky for him. Queen is actually such a nuisance for him. It's very hard for him to get the Queen off of the board. He has Fireball, but it's like he wants to Fireball the cannon, he wants to Fireball the Hogs, so Queen's a really good answer. I'm going to split to support my Queen. Nice. I will take some Earthquake chip here. I think it's a fair play. Nice, and we do catch the Little Prince off. Nice. Not the best Ice Golem because it doesn't like my Queen hadn't crossed the bridge, so he still has to respond to it. Okay, so that is actually, it is going to full counter the Queen, but we got the Evo Skeletons out of hand. They're a massive threat to us. So I'm not going to complain about that interaction at all. That's totally fine. Ice Spirit here for their Ice Spirit, and then we're going to do my favorite play with this deck. A lot of low-level players will struggle to defend when you split like this. Yeah. Good defense by him, but we're still going to get some good chip. Nice. Good chip. Good defense, but good chip. Queen gets 2 shots as well, so we're looking good. We actually haven't taken any damage yet other than spell damage. Okay, we have an extremely fast cycle here, so we're going to go like that. He just wasted his Log, so I'm going to pressure. Good Evo Skeletons. Yeah, we're going to let that go. It's dead. We need to make sure that we get the Evo Skeletons off the board as quickly as possible. And then we're going to cannon really low like this. If he fireballs it, he won't have it for Hog. So you can see we're fine. We're in control of this matchup. He has a really fast cycle, but we can keep up. Okay. He drops his Little Prince in the back to get to a 3-card cycle as well, but we're in control of this matchup. We really don't need to fret. We could even start spell cycling, honestly. It feels kind of dirty, but he can't really do a ton about it, if anything. Evo Skeletons are going to go crazy there. If he spells the Evo Skeletons, he'll have nothing for the defense. Nice. It's so frustrating for them because like Fireball doesn't even counter the pigs fully. So that's a really good matchup for us, but we'll take the win. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Something else I do want to note is that I think that this deck will struggles against certain air decks like Lava Hound. It is winnable though if you play well. You need to cycle a Queen early and hope to cycle back to 2 cannons. So maybe we'll get an air matchup or maybe we won't. We'll find out. This player drops a P.E.K.K.A at the bridge. I don't really think that's that great of a play, to be completely honest. He's going to eat all of the pigs. And I don't really have to spend anything else on this. I'm just going to log it. And you can see we took almost their entire tower and we were able to defend no problem. This deck is the king of cheap defenses. It's amazing. I'm actually going to go like this and play this defensively. Kind of pull the Golden Knight back. He has to respond to it. And then we're going to get some nice delivery value on the bats when they come back. I might even just let this go. Yeah. So, an incredible start. I couldn't have asked for anything better. Using the defensive hog kite was a good play, just to kind of, you know, glaze myself a little bit. It was nice. We also have Evo skeletons in hand, so we're just like looking so good. Like, I couldn't have asked for a better scenario. I'm gonna go like this. I might even ignore the archers, but I'll give them the respect. He might P.E.K.K.A here. Yeah, there it is. I'm not surprised, to be honest. Now we do need to be a little careful. I want the Ewis to lock on, and I don't think he'll be quick enough to react to the Evo skeletons. Nice. Golden Knight kills all of them, but like it doesn't even matter. We're gonna kite this back. He might have archers. Okay, he goes for the bat skeletons or bat's ice spirit. This deck is just so good. Like it has very, very few bad matchups, genuinely. Air being one of them, but other than that, like, you do fine. You do great against majority of the matchups in the game. I'm going to block this with my skellies. A little late on that, but it doesn't really matter. Gonna pressure here. Don't have anything for the bats or for the P.E.K.K.A, but P.E.K.K.A actually not a great response to the hogs. As you can see, they're still doing a ton of work. Okay, gonna let that Ewiz do a little bit. Go like this. Didn't mean to have the Golden Knight go towards the cannon like that, but we're already back to another one, so it doesn't even matter. Evo skeletons as well. Good pre-arrows by him, but doesn't even matter. With 13 seconds left in the game, I'm confident of calling a GG's on this one, so we'll see you guys in the next match. This deck's crazy, though. Into our next game here. Like I mentioned, skeletons or ice spirit, probably one of the best starting plays that you can do with this deck. They had the same idea. I think that jumps on the tower, though. Wow. Great timing. Golem, almost first play. Second play also messes up the tornado. I'm so tempted to give them the well played, but I'm sure they're in enough pain already, so we're just going to chill. It's fine. So the fact that he has an ice spirit with this is confusing to me. Okay, he does do that. So we're actually going to cycle to a second cannon here. And that's going to be a super easy defense. Yeah. My fault for placing the cannon too high, but it really doesn't matter. If he goes for another golem, we can punish with pigs and probably take the rest of their tower. So we'll see. We'll see what they want to do here. Or I might even split them because we may find ourselves in a two-tower situation. So splitting them might be a good option, honestly. Okay, he chooses to defend this time. It's definitely the right decision. Fortunately, we'll have a very easy defense as well. We'll pull everything to the middle. Okay. Not gonna lie. I definitely thought those skeletons were gonna pull it, but it's fine. We forced out 9 elixir from our 5, so that's amazing. No complaints. Archer Queen in the back. Pretty good timing with him doing the Little Prince as well. Ice Spirit here for the Little Prince. And that's probably going to be tower down. No, close to it, though. Good Ice Spirit by him, honestly. Going to cycle a log on the tower and get ready. Drop my delivery on this, and I think he's going to golem up. He really has to, so I'm going to go like this. I'm going to ignore that Ice Spirit. And don't even know if he'll be able to get a golem in, honestly. He has to spend so much on our defense, so it's really hard for him to even get a golem down. That's how crazy this deck is. Okay, he does that. Fine with me. I'm going to go for my defensive hogs. He doesn't have a building, but I'm going to start cycling spells because at this point he can't even go for a golem. So we're just going to cycle all of our spells. Okay. We go like this, and then one more earthquake is going to take the tower. He wasn't even able to play his pump, so that's going to be a good game and a really great matchup for us. I'll see you guys in the next one. Right, into the next game here. We do have our Ice Spirit in our starting hand, so that's most likely going to be the starting play. I think it's fine to make the starting play with this deck, 100%. Okay. Looks like we might be in a mirror matchup of sorts. He could have the Little Prince variant. If I knew that, I would have defended a little differently, but that's okay. Only take about 500 damage, so a sixth of our tower, not great, but it's all good. We're going to drop our queen in the back, knowing that his only spell is Earthquake. So at worst case scenario, he Earthquakes our queen. Yeah, so he is running the Little Prince variant, which kind of makes sense. With archers, okay. Good defense by him. That's how I would defend with the delivery log like that. I think it's a really good play. Okay. Doesn't have enough for the earthquake right away, I don't think. Yeah. Gets it down, but late. And we're going to eat some more damage here. Okay. So, we need to keep our delivery and log in cycle. That's pretty much what it comes down to. Because at this point, he's pigeonholed into the right lane, which is, like, that's good for us. We can keep all of that traction going into the right lane. So what we want to do is we want to play the Royal Hogs far enough ahead that a delivery will not hit the log and the queen. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Okay, we do get a little bit of earthquake chip on the tower. We have our delivery and our log in cycle if they do go for the hog. So we'll just wait patiently here. This is the best way to be defending them. I think they get one hit only, which is great. And then we're gonna split like this. Okay, good defense by my opponent. Gotta give credit where credit's due. Gonna cannon low. They earthquake it, it's fine. It's in the wrong lane. Skeleton's late. All good. That was in the opposite lane, so no worries on our end. Gonna go for an Ice Spirit here and then get to my queen. Okay, goes for the log. We have Royal Delivery and log for their pigs if they choose to play it. Okay. Okay. Can we get it to another queen ability? Don't think so. Skeleton's low. 1 HP queen and a dream. Pressuring hard here because they're in an awkward cycle. There we go. That's a lot of earthquake value for us. We're slowly making a comeback. He had to spend a lot on defense. We can defend for cheap. And we will. We're going to take no damage here. They go for the earthquake. Interesting. Okay. Split lane pressure here. They go for the log. Well played. Evo skeletons are going to be a problem for him, though. That's why I love that play. Now they have to go for the defensive earthquake. They definitely didn't want to do that. Earthquake of our own. Nice, that's a ton of damage. We can defend for cheap if they go in, and you can see we're clawing this game back. Once we started defending properly. No damage. Perfect.
Excuse me, don't you know who I am?
They're gonna try and tower trade here, but Evo Skeletons are gonna clean that all up, and I respect that play, but it's not gonna be enough. Good game. Alright, into the next game here. Still yet to play an air deck, which is exactly what you're hoping for if you're running this deck. Ice Spirit is a fine starting play. I'm going to drop the Queen as well just to take care of this barrel. Okay. Just kind of chill. Still single elixir. I don't 100% know what deck they're running. Some sort of bait deck. Okay. And that is so much for that one elixir ability. We get so much value out of it. Skeleton here just to make sure we don't take that wall breaker hit, and we're going to get a ton of damage. And right off the bat, it's looking like it's a pretty good matchup for us. Little Prince is actually doing a ton of work, but we still end up taking half of their tower, which is absolutely crazy if you ask me. Okay. It's a little scary here. We don't have our login cycle, but there we go. Log on the left. And that's a pretty clean defense all around, considering he had the recruits down. The Evo recruits are going to be a little scarier for us. If you're quick enough with the skeletons, you can actually defend wall breakers perfectly. Like I just showed. We're going to do some split lane pressure. Nice. He actually defends the wrong side. I feel like I would have played the Goblin King on the other side, but, you know, maybe it was a knee-jerk reaction. I don't know. Okay. Like I said, Evo recruits are going to be the biggest threat in this matchup. So, I don't want to get more aggressive than I need to be. Okay. I think he's going to drop Evo recruits in the back soon. I can feel it. He doesn't. Okay. Steady does a weird kite. That doesn't even work. Okay. Now let this do its thing. Then we're going to do our favorite play. You know it, you love it. Split hogs, split skeletons, and get ready to earthquake something. Okay, logs on that side. Come on, Evo Skelly on the tower. Come on, beautiful. Okay, we're gonna pull everything in. Delivery of our own to counter their delivery, and this is looking like a GG for my boy over here. Okay. And pretty bad matchup for them, but they also didn't play it that well, to be honest. Evo recruits did have the potential to destroy me if they played them properly, but they only ended up getting one Evo recruit push the entire game. So I'm going to go ahead and place a cannon down, secure the win, and we'll see you in the next one. All right? Into our final game here against Richie. We'll go ahead and cycle an Ice Spirit at the bridge. I think it's a fine starting play. Kind of get a feel for what our opponent is running. They dropped the bar barrel, so we're going to drop our hogs. Just make that bar barrel hesitate a little bit. Very, very well played by my opponent. Gets the King Tower activated. No surprise there. Looks like it's going to be like E-Giant probably, or Balloon Freeze or something like that. So if it is Balloon Freeze, we're going to have a hard time defending, but we're going to do our best, obviously. Okay. Lightning as well tells me that it's most likely E-Giant, so we'll see if that's the case. Cycling to our Evo Skeletons, and then we're going to drop an Ice Spirit. Maybe force out a Bar Barrel. Queen in the opposite lane, mainly because of the Lightning. And we need to be ready for an E-Giant. If he does drop an E-Giant at the bridge, won't have enough to Lightning right away. So that's really, really good for us. I'll drop this here. Take care of the Little Prince. Get that off the board. Okay. Okay. And Pigs to kite everything back. We'll probably drop a bowler, but you can see, based on those interactions, we got the better end of that trade. Just in single elixir, it's not a great idea to go for the E-Giant like they did, because they can't afford the Lightning. Because an E-Giant costs 8 elixir, and then he still needs 4 more elixir plus the 2 that's remaining to Lightning, and they can never afford it. So, pro tip for all you aspiring E-Giant players, although I hope there aren't many of you. We also have our Evolved Skeletons close by, so that's good for us. Royal Hogs early, very, very early. We're going to take the Earthquake value here. He actually Lightnings my Queen and the Evo Skeletons, which is amazing. So he will not have the lightning for this push. He actually panicked and played that bar barrel. I'm going to play the cannon only because he doesn't have the lightning in hand and I can cycle back to another one. Bowler's going to lock onto the cannon. We're going to pressure as well. Perfect. Doesn't really have a great option. Bowler is actually not that great against the hogs. You'd be kind of surprised how much damage the royal hogs get. And now we're pushing close to spell cycle range, so I'm going to go ahead and get ready and set up a defense. I want to make sure that I spread out the cannon as far away from the queen as possible. Don't want to let them lightning everything. Okay. Okay. Delivery here. Clean up everything. And at this point, we can pretty much just spell cycle, so we'll go ahead and get ready to do that. Pigs, earthquake, log. Almost enough. Not quite, but we're pretty much there. Skeletons like that. Royal delivery. I respect the NATO, but it's not going to be enough. Earthquake's going to be a GG's. That's how you play against E-Giant. Thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Like I mentioned, like or subscribe. It helps me. It's completely free to you. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.